If you're a video journalist, you know that the news can break at any moment. When your producer calls you screaming at you, saying you have to be somewhere on site to film some story, is your gear ready to go? How quickly can you get out the door? I'm Chuck Crossfight with the Connect2 team. I'm here to give you some tips on video journalism and recommend a few items that's going to take your next package to the next level. Check it out. The first thing I want to talk about is being prepared, which means that all of your gear is already packed up into a camera case or into a backpack, whatever you might have. If you have to piece your kit together every single time, you could be missing out on precious moments that you really wish you had coverage of. The things that will make up the B-roll that will take your news package to the next level. No matter how tired you are from a day of shooting, when you get home, it's great to make sure that your gear is still operational, that your lenses are clean, and that your batteries are charged, and that you've dumped all of your footage, and that you've cleared your card so that when you pack everything back up, it's ready to go the next time your producer gives you a call. What you pack for a video journalist is not going to be the same as you would on a film shoot. You're going to want a nice zoom lens, something that you won't have to swap out too often, and you're really only going to want to carry 2 to 3 lenses with you. So here I have an 18 to 35 Sigma lens. This is a beautiful piece of glass, shallow depth of field, perfect for interviews. This other lens, now this is not as great, but it's going to make an example, but it's a 40 to 150 Olympus zoomable lens. And you need to have something with some range because you're not always going to be able to shoot as close as you might want to. Now we're going to talk about lighting, which for video journalists isn't always the easiest thing. We don't always have the time to make things look the way we want. If we're shooting during the day, the best thing we can do is harness the power of the sun, which is why I like to take a 5-in-1 with me everywhere I go. Now, you can use the reflectors in here to bounce sunlight back onto your talent, to use it as a key light, or you can use the diffusion in here to knock down the sunlight. I also like to stuff a stinger or extension cord inside the bag, as well as an HDMI. Now, if it's not daylight, you're gonna have to use external lighting sources. You can always put one into your hot shoe mount on your camera, but be careful because this lighting, it's very direct. It's gonna be right in the face of your talent, of your subject, and it's gonna be a flat light. It's not gonna be aesthetically pleasing. It's honestly the type of light that I think is used best on ghost hunting reality TV shows.
We got ghosts!
And speaking of your camera's shoe mount, well, a great use for it is a mountable shotgun mic. And be sure to use a windscreen or a dead cat because you will be shooting outside a lot. This one's nice because it has a 3.5mm audio jack that can go directly into your camera, embedding the audio directly to your footage, whatever you're shooting. Now, if you are using an external audio recording device, let's say like a Zoom recorder, always be sure to run the scratch audio inside your camera. This way, whenever you're in post, you can line up the 2 clips, hit the synchronize button, and then the post-editing software does the work for you. A few other things you're going to want to carry in your kit as a video journalist are a color reference chart. It's always going to give you a white balance reference. Main thing is just make sure in the exact same location and lighting that you get a shot of this before or after you're done filming. A media card holder, a lens wipe, pretty self-explanatory, a wireless lavalier, a nice pair of headphones for monitoring audio, some diffusion for your lights, a large capacity hard drive for dumping your footage on site. For shooting outside, especially when it's too bright, you're going to want an ND filter. A roll of gaff tape, which is your best friend. It can solve so many problems. And of course, one of the most important things is a nice durable tripod with a fluid head that you can balance anywhere out there in the field. Now, if you do have a slightly larger budget, you could get an actual broadcast camera. Blackmagic does make a pretty affordable option called the Ursa broadcast camera that you can outfit with a shoulder mount to make it easier on you over long days. You could get a Fujinon 20x lens, which would probably be the only lens you would ever need for video journalism. You could get some Anton Bauer batteries that would last for hours upon hours. And you could also look really cool like this guy, hanging out of a helicopter, shooting some news. He's so cool. So I hope this helps you in your next news package. If you're studying journalism or video production, be sure to check out your university's equipment lending program. Together with Connect2, they're going to help you become a successful video journalist. Thank you so much for watching. I hope your next shoot goes well. Take it easy.